I could do with a nap right now. Nap would be really nice. It wouldn't be as fun as like doing like anything else, but I could probably do with a nap. I don't know, that's kind of all I got for today. Today's just been kind of one of those days where like nothing much really like super big happened, but I'm still kind of just kind of like a bit of a chill day, so to speak. But yeah. I'm trying to think of something else I can follow that up with, but I just yeah, my brain is on like minimal power today. So I think we'll just bring it right on in. Welcome in everybody to this week's Wheel of Mystery Randomizer. And yeah, so funny thing with the calculations. So normally, when we have a game that's on the wheel that's not like super overly bloated like Soden is currently, normally a game has about a 25, maybe 30-ish% chance of being spun if it hasn't actually been spun in a while. Castlevania is almost at 40% right now. And there are 12 options. It is almost a coin flip for one item out of 12. As somebody who likes math, that kind of blows my mind a little bit. But yeah, so let me take, yeah, what else? We have everything. Okay, so we have Action Cave as our number 2 right now. I'm trying to see if I can find like any other insights given the layout of the board currently, but not really noticing anything in particular. But yeah, I think with that, we'll just go ahead and give the wheel a good old heckin' speed. Okay, we finally got it after like 50,000 years. Imagine it taking a 40% chance to get something once in the span of like 3 months. Actually, I don't need anything up because I made the seed a while back because I think I was trying to do some like testing or something, and yeah, I don't actually need to do anything special. I do need to get a specific version of BizHawk though. I know that much. I use the actually, what is actually the current version of BizHawk? BizHawk current version. I have 2.9.1 as my current. Oh my god, they have 2.11 now. Oh my god, they have so many like fixed issues. Holy hell. Doing scripting. Oh, there is so much that they did. Okay. Now I'm starting to wonder, maybe I should actually update to be the new one. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much use I'd really get out of the thing. Yes, I am indeed a furry. Welcome on into the furry channel. And welcome on in, Bacon Bodyguard. That's an amusing name. How you doing tonight? Bacon Bodyguard. Okay, that begs the question: do you bodyguard bacon, or are you a bodyguard made of bacon? These are the questions that we need to ask in today's times, in today's troubles. But yeah, let me go get the thing set up before I get myself even more distracted than I already am. So get that booted. Let's go to... where do I have it? Right down here. So get that set up. Actually, does my tracker still gonna work with this? I think it should, because I haven't really necessarily updated in a while. Symphony of the Night, okay. With that, let's get the music down. Get the category updated. I just love how I can just type Soden in the category and it comes up with the exact game that I want. Update the category. Then... was under... external tool? Yeah, external tool. I'm not gonna worry about updating because I don't think I'm gonna have like the right version of BizHawk anymore. Launch tracker. Okay, so it should come up to everything just fine on its own. Put my controller on. Now, I did forget to recharge most of my... What is the... I'm bad at the game? Where did that come from? I mean, it's not wrong, but... where did that text come from? Huh. Also, apparently I forgot to give this a special name, so I kind of gave it its own randomized name, which is Ugly Steel 699. First of all, nice. But, I should probably clear some of these at this point. Let's, file delete. I just need to make sure I don't delete the first file, because that's my main clear file that I use for, like, everything else. Erase that. Erase that. There we go. Now I'll do a new file. Okay, there's no way to say, like, 40%, unfortunately. So I'll just put, like, 40 on here to represent the odds of us actually spending this tonight. And welcome on in, Roscoe. How you doing tonight? We'll just do 40 per to kind of signify what it took to actually get the seed going. Yeah, I'm not using a timer for this, so yeah, let's heck and go. You are ottering it up, as only a true otter could. Okay, that's an interesting shade of purple/pink for Richter. Oh, I was trying to slide there. This is why I don't speedrun this anymore, because I suck at this game now. Okay, I like how Richter and Dracula's mothers apparently dressed not the same way. No, that's not what I meant to use. Well. Well, so much for getting good stats. I can't believe I got the friggin' cross. Does this actually do any more damage? Kind of. Oh, not really, actually. Dracula? I don't get the reference. Dang it, Dracula, why don't you die? Again. There we go. Oh, I can't do the... Oh my god, I screwed everything up so hard. Was pronouncing it funny? Gotcha. At least I did that part damageless. At least we're not getting the worst stats set up. In order to get the worst stats set up, is you have to actually, like, die during the prologue fight, which at least we didn't do that much. Hopefully we get some good gear early on. Because this is kind of a bad start. Yeah, because the things that make you or give you better starting stats is also just not getting hit, and you can also get like a couple special items to beat Dracula within like a minute of starting the actual game. Speed, which I wish I could do some kind of spin thing with Alucard, but unfortunately there is no real mechanic for that in this game. I shall spin in his honor. Ow. Now our hit points are nice. Our hit points are no longer nice, apparently. They were nice for a small moment in time. I don't even know what gear we're starting off with. Not that it matters, we're about to lose it anyway. And we are playing with adventure mode, so pretty much any item location will also be a check. What? Stupid death taking my stupid items. It appears your presence is what was keeping it from happening? Wait, keeping what from happening? Oh, I see what he's saying, yeah. I mean, it's been literally months since we actually, like, we get 2 AC from that. Yeah, it's been literal months since this has popped up. And in fact, so fun thing with the numbers. So this game is one of 12 options. Also, welcome in College 3X. How you doing tonight? This is one of 12 different options on our wheel. Tonight, this game had a 40% chance of getting spun. Out of 12 options. That tells you just how long it's been since we've actually played this. Oh my god, I can't even double punch you. Oh, this sucks. I can't even knock you down in one punch. See, this is why you want to start with all, like, the good stats at the start of the game. I don't need Blanca knives. Those literally don't do anything. Just got back from a Japanese restaurant? Heck yeah. I hope the noms were delicious. I actually can't. I could use. No, I can't use Soul Seal. I don't have the MP for it. There's a breakable wall below that gives me access to another check, but I just don't have the means of actually attacking it right now. Right? Yeah, we have no actual weapons. Yeah, we've got to find a weapon of some kind. Not really worth attacking you because you take too many hits. You just started the timer for crafting the Dirt Warframe? Heck yeah. How much of a timer does that involve? With a disclaimer of I know absolutely nothing about Warframe of any kind, so... 72 hours, damn. That's a bit of a wait. That is illegally long. No, I'm gonna save. This is already being that kind of seed. Those things to do in the meantime? Heck yeah. Oh, fine. Get up there. Do I have the MP for this? I don't think I have the MP for this. I think this costs 30 MP. Nope, I can do it. Nice, got the double kill. Actually, no, again, the way the seed is going, I am taking the health. Okay, still can't. Oh my god, please. Okay, at least I can duck your attack. Gotta wait for the thing. But the thing is super slow. So I'm gonna walk against the wall. That is kinda nice. Well, it doesn't really do a lot right now. Make sure I hit that so that... Ooh, hello. That's skillable? Soul of Wolf, hell yeah. Okay, so we get some level of early movement to start. It's kind of minimal movement, but it does give us access to a couple more checks. Oh, actually get to theoretically do the speedrun strat in the library. That'd be kind of fun to do that after a long-ass time of not doing it. I did not need to come in here. I'm just gonna look menacing. He's just standing there, menacingly. It's easy to see the actual source of the Dead Cells DLC. Yeah, it's heckin' wild, isn't it? Yeah, I imagine the DLC for Dead Cells that's the Castlevania based is probably based on more than just Stone, I imagine. I vaguely remember seeing, like, I think Trevor Belmont is one of the protagonists. Look, I know there's, like, Richter Belmont, obviously. Dracula, obviously. I would assume there's Alucard. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I think there's at least, like, several Belmonts that appear in that. And maybe some non-Belmonts from, like, the GBA series as well. Oh, it is specifically Soden. I was not aware of that. I thought it just looked like a Castlevania generally. The Richter, Alucard, and Maria. No, in the Sega Saturn version of this, Maria was actually a playable character, kind of like with Richter is, as like a special kind of side game character. For some reason, they never included that in the PlayStation version. There's actually also like another area that they added to the Saturn version that they don't include in the PlayStation version. And you could make arguments to that being kind of a good thing, because like the visual design of the area in the Saturn version doesn't really gel with like the rest of the game. Oh, whatever that sword is, I want it. I literally want any weapon compared to what I have now, which is nothing. Why is... Oh my god, I hate when these checks are empty. Oh my god, leave me alone. I am legit gonna die. Do I have enough? I can't even soul steal yet. At least there's a save point. Right up on the way back up. Still. Oh my god. No, I was debating just going in and get a refill without saving, but no, I really should save. That is just how bad this run is being right now. What the actual heck is going on tonight? I can't even one-punch you. That's a sign of... And you do 7 damage. You should not be that tough. Oh, I thought a cutscene was gonna play here. Sometimes the cutscene plays, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what makes it play versus not play. Heck you. Heck you in your freaking face. Okay, at least you die in one hit. Feel marginally better. Yeah, because one fun fact about this game as well, whenever you level up, all of your chants have a certain percentage chance of increasing by 1. I think it's like 25% chance for each. Oh no, it's a 50% chance for any... I'm not even doing damage to you. I don't think I've ever seen that with just punching before. We're actually not even damaging the body. Hey, I blocked that one. Maybe I can just do the regular spell and get away with that. Save some MP. Oh no. Okay, there we go. But yeah, literally every level up is completely random as far as like which ability scores increase. Your hit points always go up by a certain value depending on which level you go to. And I think your MP also goes up every level, but I think that's also increased by a random amount. It's like the only thing that's static is the HP. Okay, we have exactly enough for Soul Steel. As soon as I get my MP back, there we go. Come on. There we go. And thankfully, the big sword armor guy just goes away forever once he's beaten. We don't need to worry about going to him again when we come back out. It should be far enough to the left. There we go. Okay, we have a piece of equipment. It's mostly for intelligence. Ooh, cat eye circlet. Oh, it's actually worse than the leather hat. Yeah, we need defense more than we do intelligence right now. Although if it does a lot of intelligence, which would boost our damage, or our spell damage a lot more. But also survivability is important. Especially in the start of the game. And also because we have the Soul of Wolf, if I can get up here. If I can get up here, thank you. We can do some shenanigans. Yeah, because the wolf gets an interesting jump height boost when he dashes and runs off or runs and jumps off the slope. Will you die, please? Oh my god. Okay, there's a double hits. That is one of the benefits of the just punching things, that you can actually double hit enemies for the most part. Because the attack animation is like just longer than their iframes. Okay, this would be a slow fight, but... You know these guys, they end your kill streak at the worst times? I totally believe that. At least once you have like a weapon, they're not so bad in this game. But yeah, we're just in kind of a rough position to start here. Okay, I want his cape. Why does the doppelganger get a better cape than we do? That's illegal. Is your voice line altered? I thought you sounded like exactly like Alucard. Oh no. Okay, you only did 2 damage. Boot to the head. Boot to the head. Boot to the head. Or fist in the head. Boot to the head. Boot to the head. Hey, blue card. Yeah, he's a superior Alucard. I guess I'm actually the doppelganger in this case. Oh my god, you should not last this long. Okay, that's not so much damage. Yeah, our 4 defense is actually pulling off some work right now. There we go. Oh my god, that was far more intense than it had any right to be. Give me that health. All that for a freaking resist stone potion. This gonna be useful? Maybe? Oh, come on. Yeah, you can do kind of a coyote jump off that ledge right there to be able to get access to that little base. Otherwise, you need like double jump or some form of flight to be able to get to it. It's not like a frame perfect thing, but it's like you have a few frames of availability for it. Let's try that again. There we go. Actually, I guess we don't even need the coyote time. Good to know. Yay, the one thing I can punch with and defeat with one hit. Ooh, we got a shield. I like that, not because of the defense, but that means we can actually go fast. Now we can shield dash. There we go. Ooh, double jump. Let's go. Okay, so we gotta unlock this first. Wait. Oh, right, I haven't actually picked it up yet. Yeah, notice seeing double jump doesn't mean you have double jump. I think you can make this as well, but this one is actually maybe not exactly frame perfect, but it's pretty close. We'll do one more try. Okay, oh god. Okay, the secondary hit did the harm. Oh, no. Okay, I'm just gonna let you go. Okay, yeah, we'll wait for double jump to get that. I love how the track ended right as we entered the CD room. So, fun fact, the CD room actually does what it says on the tin. If you open up the PlayStation console and swap it for like a music disc, it'll actually start playing the song or music from the music disc while letting you do stuff in game. Now, if you do anything like open the menu, you're going to soft lock yourself, because then the game's going to try to look for the code to get to the menu and won't be able to find it. But you can kind of like jam out to some of your own regular music and do some basic movements. That was hard. We found a weapon. Yes. Okay. Let's actually take care of... Let's do the library first. I don't know if we even have like any money to buy anything from the shop, but at least want to try something. How much money do we have? Yeah, we hardly have anything. We can at least get the relic from the library. Might be enough. Okay, the downside of this weapon is that it does have a big cooldown between when you can attack again, which does suck, but still a hell of a lot better than nothing. Oh, heck you. Okay, we one-shot these guys. I'm now happy. Take that. Feel my vengeance. And that's not particularly helpful. Yeah, I think I still have the option on where the hard max-ups become mana max-ups instead. We're getting actually much more spell capacity at this point rather than hearts. The spells are a lot more useful in the skin than the rest of the items are. I mean, there are like some bosses where the holy water, as an example, is like a really good thing to have. But for the most part, yeah, it's mostly just the spell that have practical usage. Ah, dang it. Dang it. I have a cutting weapon that can't even one-shot a book. I think Alucard just needs to retire from this point. I don't think he can take the shame. Alucard is but a shell of... And there's, of course, there's no items here. Alucard is just a shell of what he used to be. There we go. Yeah, normally you need like a big kind of like wolf dash setup. Actually, no, I would need a... Oh, wow, 2 magic up there. And we got the inferior devil, but... Okay, I think with one of the recent updates, they did make it so you can choose the regular demon card over the nose devil if you really want, so I'm glad that's a thing. But for now, we have the inferior devil. I call him the inferior double because then we don't get the actual English voice lines for a couple of the cutscenes. And just the English voice lines are so bad, they're tremendous. Alright, we don't have anything to sell.
I'm interested in this.
That is an expensive resist ice. We are not buying that. We could afford a Buffalo Star, but that doesn't really help right now. Yeah, we can't afford any of this, can we? Actually, Ring of Arcana for dirt cheap is kind of nice.
Farewell for now.
Especially when we have, like, no equipment otherwise. It kind of makes me kind of want to try farming the, I forget what they're called, but, like, these like, ginormous, like, Goliath, like, yellow skeleton things, and I think they actually appear in the regular Coliseum, too. I kind of want to farm them for Rings of Varda. Although I forget if I have enemy drops randomized or not. I probably do. That probably wouldn't help. I still want to try it. Okay, so I guess I could have done a couple more checks here, but we'll be back here at some point anyway. I think we probably want to go this way. Yeah, we can go back down the other way around. Because if we went to the Coliseum, it's kind of a one-way. I don't know, I guess Coliseum would also... I'm actually not sure which is technically the better route here. This way does let us have the teleporter right up to the Richter fight early. But I find as a benefit... I'm gonna save up here. I accept my status as a scrub. I remember when I was good at this game. And I was like number 10 on the 80% leaderboard. Yeah, unfortunately Wolf doesn't help with movement here at all, but we don't really need Wolf for movement here. How many? Okay, just one shot. Perfect. Oh, that's not what I was supposed to... I think I can salvage this, because we have the double jump. I always forget there's a check there. Oh, actually, there's a bunch of checks here, because we have the adventure. Ooh, I love that. We just tripled our defense. Triple your defense with this one silly trick. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Not a second to one-shot them, but just the hits now. There are... Nope. There are checks up here because we're in adventure mode, so... I'll make sure I grab these. Nope, that's not the right section. Oh, that's on the other side, right? Dang it. I input it at the incorrect time. Oh, I think... Hold on. I think the demon might have hit the switch. There we go. Okay, so the other one is 2 and 9. We're up here. Oh, damn it. I thought it was only 8. I lost count. Where was I? There we go. Okay. There we go. Please be useful. Oh, Fistotocus, actually. Hell yeah. Fistotocus is one of my favorite weapons in this game. You can do a little Hadouken. You can do a 1,000 fist punch. Apparently that doesn't cost any mana either. Holy crap. There's also just like a generally good all-around fist weapon too. If not for the Crusagram, this would be my favorite weapon in the game. Oh no, I took 1 damage. Whatever shall I do? I can only take 87 more hits before I die. Oh no. Now, of course, the one downside to a punching weapon is that you don't have a lot of range with it. But yeah, when you have like this much versatility with it, it's more than a balance. And you actually do get some distance back when you do the drop kick. I hate when there's no items in a given check. I always feel gypped. Take that. And yeah, the more you level up, the more HP you get per level as well, so... Plus you get, like, more meaningful amount of HP the higher level you get. Ah, dang it. I need to find out how much damage that's actually doing, too. I don't know if this is something they've changed with the randomizer or not, but the special abilities or special attacks that you get from certain weapons, for a while they still had their vanilla strength scores compared to whatever the randomized damage was for it. Although I think I might have turned the randomized stats off, so maybe that's actually a thing. But yeah, if you have randomized stats on and you can get a special weapon like this, the special ability will still do the full damage it normally does in the vanilla game. Which for a weapon like Fistotulkus or like the Masamune, that makes a big difference in damage. Especially if you get a bad roll for RNG. I feel like the music restarted on its own for some reason. Let's make sure. Okay, I do have adventure mode on. I just want to make absolutely sure, because I haven't seen anything even close to a relic in these yet. Come on. Oh no. There we go. There we go. Yeah, once you start hitting them, you can just stun lock them for, like, eternity. That boss is kinda stupidly easy. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. So we just picked up the Ring of Ares, which increases your attack power by 24 and reduces your defense by 24. And defense is not easy to get in this game, so more often than not, if you have the Ring of Ares equipped, you have no defense whatsoever. I think if I had an actual sword, I'd probably be willing to actually use that and equip it. But because I only have the Fistotulkus, which doesn't have the best range, I think I'm just gonna hold off for now. Welcome in, Gecko. How you doing tonight? The rando started off not too great because we basically took like a... Okay, so in the intro fight when you're fighting Dracula for the first time... Oh, we got a gold ring. When you're doing the Dracula fight in the prologue, I accidentally grabbed the cross just before I did my item crash ability, so I lost my speedrun tech for the prologue, which made it take longer than a minute, so we lost out on one of those potential starting items. And I wound up getting hit during the fight, so I'm also not like the best statted up at this point either. But we did find double jump super early on, so I'll take that as a plus sign. So overall, kind of mixed. Oh, Marcel. Okay, Marcel is also a tremendous weapon. It does technically less damage, but it has a big like AoE fire attack that goes with it as well. Yeah, Marcel and Fistotulkus are both, in my opinion, equally good weapons. For a second, you throw a Bula card. Just imagining a buff grandma beating Dracula with a slipper. There needs to be art of that. I demand art of that this moment. Okay, at that point, Abuela card, not a Bula. I did not get the reference when I first read it. Yeah, we should be able to get basically everything in this segment. What we have. Ring of Pails. I mean, we don't really have any other... Oh, do I? You know what? We have a save point up here. I'll risk the shenanigans. Yeah, save point literally right here. In case of shenanigan, break orb. Break very polygonal orb. Yeah, we're doing so much damage right now. Oh, there's the cutscene there. Okay, I kind of like her in the light blue outfit. I kind of hate how vanilla we look right now at this point. Yeah, welcome to PS1 era of this game. Which is also why the speedruns for this game are done on the Xbox Live version, because that game has absolutely no lag whatsoever. It doesn't even try to emulate the actual original, console's power or whatever. It just uses the full power of the Xbox over what would normally be just a PS1 game. And to a point that's actually kind of glorious, honestly. Ooh, we got $100. I'll take that right now. Oral circlet, meh. Gun glasses, that's even worse. Okay, we don't have anything we need to get inside there yet. Okay, so here's the problem with not doing the Coliseum first. Oh god, we have to actually take the long way around. If we don't have the Jewel of Open, so we actually can't go back to the entrance from here. I just realized how bad a route this actually is. Yeah, because this is where we'd actually get cut off if we haven't opened up the Coliseum. You get access to the item at least? Darn it, okay, it's a sellable. Although I think we can get most of the checks on the staircase, so maybe it's not going to be as bad as I think. I really don't need that, but I do also want to get off my tracker. Actually, just seeing it take it off? Okay, seeing it does take it off the tracker, which... I'm actually not a big fan of that setup, honestly. I'd rather stay there until I actually pick it up, because there have been some runs where I probably missed. Ooh, is that... Form of miss, let's go. Okay, now we can actually fully clear library. Oh god. Holy crap, we made that work first try, let's go. Noglamir. Honestly, that's not a bad thing to combine with the Ring of Ares. Yeah, we actually got some of our defense back. Let's I can go. Life Vessel, I kind of want that. We may have our defense back, but I still want health. Well, we're getting more health, I guess. Alright, is there any item down here? No, that's just a reverse castle. Another leather shield. You actually can destroy that the spike ball there. It has an insane amount of defense, and it does take a while to kill, but it's also considered a high level, so you can actually get a couple levels off it if you want to. Actually, no, we have the library card. We don't need to take the long way around. Where's the library card? There it is. Oh, because I found another leather shield, so I'll probably go with that then. I don't think I found any other shields. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, kind of speed strats. Yeah, I saw that from the update. Apparently it's on like a 40% sale right now, which is pretty heckin' nice.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in...
Okay, we got some money now.
I'm interested in this.
What do I want to... Is there anything worth buying here is the question. We'll get another library card just in case. Tower, Firebrand. That's a lot of damage. 113 out of nowhere, okay. We'll probably get the Thunderbrand, honestly. Is there anything else that's gonna... Actually, Reverse Cloak might not be bad, if we can afford it. Reverse or Royal. Oh, duplicators were kind of cheap. That's a lot of damage. Okay, how much? Oh, Thunderbrand is actually dirt cheap too. Let's second go.
Thank you.
That means I can also get the... Yeah, get the reverse cloak too.
Thank you. Farewell for now.
Okay, so Thunderbrand does so much more damage. Wait, Thunderbrand causes defense? Since when? Well, I mean, if we're not gonna have any defense anyway. Unless maybe that changes. One defense is not worth it at this point. Yeah, we'll get the Ring of Arcana on. Okay, there is a special attack, but it's really hard to use. It's basically just a basic attack, but delayed. Just in case of shenanigans. Also, I like how this is a reversible cape, but both sides are not that different in color. Oh god, that was the base tiny guy doing 9 damage. Not even the axe part. Yeah, because the axe part of their little suit does so much more damage than the things themselves. Oh, I have to go the wrong way. Dang it. Oh, that got so close to hitting me. I thought you were the one that was in the center there. Okay. Javelin, don't need that. Ooh, Spike Breaker. That's not gonna do any more defense. Yeah, no. It is progression, though. We'll definitely take that. Dang it. Oh my god, please! I think I can cheat. Okay, he is not resistant to that. Good to know. We'll grab the health up on the way back out. Ooh, hello. Oh, I thought I did that too early. Okay. Okay, so that lets us get through a couple of the magic doors now, which does also give us access to the under part of the castle. Okay, that was actually a decent number of spaces we go to. We could go to Colosseum, or we could go to the underground region, which is actually better right now. Whoosh. Oh god, that's still a bad idea. I was literally panic slashing there. Yeah, we're saving again. Not dealing with that again if I don't have to. Okay, so at this point we're just trying to leave out of here as fast as we can. Why was I not barking going up the stairs? I'm actually confused. Oh, come on, I was trying to attack. Dang it. Well, we gotta deal with this now. And the plus side effects do go away when you go through, like, the CD transition rooms. Oh, god. But it ran out before then, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, where do I want to go now? Well, either way, we have to go down this way. I think I want to go up first. We can also get the teleporter back to the center room, too. I think that's probably the best idea. Yeah, Yeah, those things are weak to cutting weapons. They're taking even more damage than they would normally. Now, if we're using Firebrand on top of this with the same attack power, then they'd be taking like 200 plus damage right now. But unfortunately, that's not the weapon that we have. I should have just used... Okay. Oh, wow, even that one shot them. Nice. Actually, here we can actually... Well, I guess we're not going to use this for long, so we need to go up here anyway. Yeah, the bark has a strange cooldown on it. It makes it really hard to actually use it in proper combat. And I think here is where the items were, right? Or is this actually the next area? Okay, this is the item. Ooh, Moonstone. We will actually take that over the Ring of Arcana right now. That gives plus 5 to all stats, as long as the play time hours is effectively between 0 and 6 hours, or 18 and 30 hours. It basically treats like anything time would be considered night between basically 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. And that's kind of how like the in-game clock features in this game as well. It counts as a time of day, and you start at midnight. Which of course means that the daytime version of the Sunstone is completely useless in the speedrun randomizer because you're not playing nearly long enough to see the benefit for it. Yeah, so on the bottom right there, it shows the time that we've been playing for this game. It does not progress when you're in menus or I think in cutscenes, but it does actually track with the, so whenever we go to the clock room, wherever the clock says in the big center of the room, that actually matches the time that we're playing on here, and it basically starts it from midnight. And in fact, that clock is, the clock room there, one of the paths only opens every other minute, which is another kind of mechanic that they use for this as well. Any better? That is not better. Yeah, you don't get to see the time when when you beat the game as a result or anything like that. But yeah, there is a timer that the game does have to really show how long you've been playing. And it does use that for a couple other features. I don't have the means to actually get inside here yet. Yeah, no. Actually, no, I had Wolf. I could actually have, I could have done a sort of speedrun tech that lets you get, like, a couple pixels of height when you go back and forth between, Mist and Wolf. Let's see if I can practice that a little bit. Yeah, stuff like this. You can kind of get a little bit of flight. That's actually easier than I thought that was going to be. Good to know. Sorcery in a game with magic? Inconceivable. Okay, we got another sellable. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that there are so few places where that's actually useful, where you don't really get to see it in a lot of runs for the most part. Unless you have, like, very specific circumstances. This is also, I think, like, the weakest boss in the game. She only has, like, 150 hit points. Which is kind of saying something. I mean, legit, we had more health than she had. Which is not normally how bosses work. Shooting fireballs and turning into wolves? Acceptable. Flying floating wolves, though? Now that's just too far. Immersion broken. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a library card. Oh, hell yeah, I'm glad I checked here. Okay, now we have infinite vertical movements. Well, so long as we have MP, but... Gravity jump, I don't think, takes up too much MP. How much does it take? Hold on. It takes... Okay, it only takes 4 MP to do each of these jumps. So we can do, like, 29 air jumps right now. Which I don't know about you, but I consider that basically infinite at that point. We bought a reverse cloak. So we could just find a reverse cloak later on. You know, do we have enough health to make the trip for that relic actually feasible? You do kind of wonder, though, in a world with magic and all that, is there anything that would be considered as magic as it does in the real world? I think it would depend on the worlds. I know there are some worlds that do kind of combine, like, technology along with magic, and I think they kind of serve as, like, opposite sides of the same coin in that sense. Or something so crazy that you can't believe it. Now, we'll let them actually perish this time. I mean, you might have a thing where, like, maybe people don't believe, like, certain kinds of magic are possible. Oh, God. You'll probably just get knocked back well into water. Why am I taking so much more damage now? I was taking minimal damage before, it felt like. Oh, my God. Now I'm taking all the damage. We are so dead. We are dead. We are straight up dead. You know what? I'm not going to give them the... I'm not going to give them the honor of my death. Not sure if you should point out why there were a bunch of dancing purple knights there. That's an excellent question. Next question.
Have you considered a beans subscription?
But I already have beans. I don't need to subscribe when I have my own beans. Welcome on in, Moxie. How you doing tonight? Yeah, but for what is it, $5.99 a month now, you can get access to beans on like a regular daily basis. Just by doing this. You just went out of the card. Sure was a different time? You were hecking right on that one. Okay, now that I can remember to do this, let's go ahead and... So, when you start filling up the thing with water, but then you leave the screen before they die, they literally just, like, dance underwater forever. It's a fun little thing that, like, once I saw it, I'm like, I'm doing that every single run. Because I just love that so much. I'm gonna... Yeah, because I want to try to have all the health possible before we do this. Yeah, I want to know why I was taking so little damage before getting hit. Then after taking damage, I was taking, like, a bunch. That was actually seeming very reasonable at first. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, I did not mean to do a special attack. Okay, theoretically... Oh my God, it works. I'm almost dead, but that worked. You know, I have an elixir. I am not going to take the chance of losing that. Where's my elixir? There's my elixir. And back to... Where's the shield? There it is. Also, yeah, it takes time for the healing item to actually trigger, so if I took 11 damage before it triggered, I would have been straight up dead. So I was still trying to be careful that entire time as well. There is actually a dev shortcut they left in the game here, where if you press the select button on the player 2 controller, it would just break the sprint immediately. You don't need to do any, like, the switch hitting, you don't need to travel with the or anything. It just opens for you. I don't do that myself, because it does feel like it kind of, like, negates having it, or needing a certain ability to get across here and stuff like that. Plus, you also get a check here that I can forget about if I don't do that. Is Mojo Mill any better? One... It's not worth one extra stat. Actually, no, since we're already kind of come down here anyway. The magic up. Miso soup. Metal. That's like... I think it's like one attack and one defense is what that does. Not particularly handy. Oh, God. That is a very monocolor long jump color range, which is unusual. Probably has at least some kind of actual spectrum to it. Like even the vanilla game has like a variant in blue. That's just like a singular shade. Alright, we gotta wait for this guy now. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why, like, a lot of randomizer players use the select trick for this, because it just takes a long wait for that guy. Oh, that was a Moonrod. Moonrod is also another one of my favorite weapons in this game, because its special attack is so heckin' amazing. Although, how much base damage does it do? It's like a basic weapon. Oh, that's actually still useful. Let's second go. That's why I love the Moonrod. It does a lot of damage with each particular hit, too. Alright, so we get the inferior line for this one.
あら、こんなところにスイッチがあるわね。それじゃ今週の目玉、ポチッとな。
Yeah, heck the flower lady. Sure, we'll take life. Iron ball. Health, dynamite. Ooh, a better shield. I think it's better. Yeah, it's better. Oh, we actually have defense now. When did we get defense? Apparently, even with the Ring of Ares, we have, like, positive defense. We're, like, in the teens, even. Not sure how that happened, but I'll take it. Dang it. Yeah, I don't think the Moonrod gives any defense or anything. I don't think the Night... Wait. How much damage defense does the Night Shield give us? Only one. Maybe we just got really lucky with, like, level up stats or something. Take that. Oh wow, one hit kill on those guys. And of course there's nothing here. But yeah, we shouldn't need to do any, like, save scumming or... Okay, that's just Master Sword. I see a ring. Do we want that ring? Just as Zircon, we do not want that ring. Ooh, ooh. Oh, sword card. You can technically use the sword card to do some, like, speedrun, like, shenanigans, but they're not viable in randomizer, because they're kind of more for, like, progression breaking. Oh, hello. First Blood Relic. And it gives us more attack power, too. I think it gives us, like, 10 strength, which is... I forget if it's 2 strength for 1 damage or 1 strength for 1 damage. But it's a damage boost, which is the important bit. Get wrecked, nerds. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Ice. Got pentagram, heart max. Okay, several of those are missing items. That makes me sad. We do so much damage with this and I'm loving it. Come on. I kind of wish you could cancel the... Ooh, another Vlad Relic. Let's go. I kind of wish you could cancel the high jump in the middle of it for the sake of, like, going faster and stuff like that. But it also just kind of is what it is. I also love just one-shotting enemies all the time. It's such a good feeling. Ow. Alright, do we have anything cool over here? Just a karma coin. No, I just had a thought. I think more time passed between this and the last time we played Castlevania Symphony of the Night then time that passed between my current and last PBs in Heritage of Dragon's Tail. I just now had that thought realization. I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, that was not nearly as effective as I wanted it to be. Or if that is not the case, it sure as hell feels like... Ow! Yeah, that thing does so much damage. Ow, heck and dare. Ow, dare. I am not getting murdered, thank you very much. I'm kind of allergic to getting killed. I forget if these stairs are here in the base game or they're just here in the randomizer. I think they're probably in the base game. I just don't remember ever seeing them like before I started playing randomizer for whatever reason. Game. I'm doing the inputs. It's not my fault you're not accepting them. I think I can do this now? Nope, not yet. Oh, actually. Nope, never mind. That little slope made it so I couldn't jump over that guy. Now I should be able to do this. Nope. The game continues to lie to me. I think shield dashing is technically faster than running it with base speed as the wolf, if you have like enough consistency with it. But it's also so much easier just to run as a wolf. I forget if there are actual items here. I don't think there are. Just to be sure. Okay, I think it's just the, You know, for some reason, I only just now consciously became aware of the fact that I actually have the Cube of Zoe, despite explicitly going to pick up the Cube of Zoe earlier. My brain is a thing. Okay, no, it is equipment. Spike Breaker. Just because I like being able to see what's going on. Even if I don't strictly need it. Am I strong enough to... I think I should be. Yeah, I can just bite these guys. Okay, for some reason, if you jump and bite, you can do the bite consistently. If you're just running and biting, it just does not want to work. That guy was just too close. There we go. Well, now we can breathe underwater. Oh, I wish I had Power Wolf right now. Dang it. How did I not... Game. There we go. That's how that's supposed to go. That back on real quick. Oh. You're just too early, apparently. Actually, I do kind of want to test that. We took 10 damage with Spike Breaker. We have 7 more defense here. Do we take 3 damage then? Okay, so it is just a straight additive calculation. Gotcha. I was always wondering how the damage calculation was done with defense and whatnot. Okay, so we are done with the catacombs entirely. Oh god. Oh my god, please. Oh, now you do it after it matters. Okay. Yeah, still a couple items left on the way back I need to get. I guess we also could go back and get the succubus check, but it's kind of a lot of the way out of the way for one check. Actually, I guess it is a bunch of checks, so we are in adventure mode. Okay, so I do have another library card. We do have more money. We do have stuff we could sell. I think I'll just use the library. Oh, actually, no. I still need to... There's still a bunch of checks at the entrance I need to do. We don't need that teleporter because we're not coming back. There's actually kind of a good high jump there. Ooh, barely dodged that. I didn't mean to bonk like that, but it kind of worked without me back in regular movement on that platform. Yeah, because what if you untransform from many forms and then you use the high jump? You only ever fall straight down. You can't kind of like re-guide yourself, which is kind of interesting. Ow. Take that. Yeah, we'll worry about succubus later if we need to. Money. Oh yeah, we don't take water damage anymore. I can actually swim freely. Oh, it's only a heart. Yeah, outside the randomizer, I think that gives you like a couple $100 or something per candle right there. Bye-bye, fish. Actually, yeah, we're still looking for a stopwatch too. Of course, there's nothing here. I gotta keep hitting candles. And actually, the fact we haven't found a single sub-weapon yet is kind of surprising. We've been hitting a good amount of candles already. Glass tunic now. I mean, I think equipment stats are randomized, but I don't know if it's gonna be that much better necessarily. I mean, I guess I could still check. Do you have any better armor than this? I mean, Mojo Mail is close. Actually, one stat is still not really worth it. If only I had Solar Bat so I could get the dual sword check. Oh, actually, yeah, I should get all the, Are there any more here? One here. Okay, no stopwatch. Oh, we got our first sub weapon finally. Yeah, the second we find a stopwatch, I'm turning off Cuba Zoe so I don't accidentally lose it. No, I didn't quite get all of it. That works. Hearts. Helpful. Oh. Holy sword. Out of curiosity. Okay, it's about the same attack power. But Holy Sword really doesn't have any nifty special abilities as far as I'm aware. I mean, we can always check. Does it have... Okay, it does have something, but it's not nearly as good as the Moon Rod. Sounds like a holy snort. Exactly. I mean, to be fair, it does have a lot of base damage, it looks like, so that part's definitely not something to scoff at. It's also literally very flashy, too, so it kind of has that going for it. If you like that kind of thing. So I like how they're specifically positioned where... Ooh. Oh, power of this. Okay, now we can actually just legit fly. It is extremely slow flight, but we have official flight now. I mean, we've technically had flight already, but you know what I mean. Like something that actually looks like flight. Ooh, big money. Oh, right, I forgot they added on extra, like, money drops on here. But they actually added on, like, a $5,000 chest drop thing, and it literally looks like a chest. I completely forgot about that. If it doesn't spawn 20 swords like an anime, it ain't worth it. Well, I mean, there is a sword, I forget which one specifically, but there is a sword that actually does kind of stack with the Sword Brothers, or the Sword Familiar, and you guys get, like, a really cool, like, special big attack with it. Okay, Holy Water is the best damage-based sub-weapon. Heroes. Why does it sound like music is restarting? It gives me some concerns. Oh no, I am not losing my Holy Water. At least not until I find the stopwatch. I mean, we have kind of evolved past the need for a sub-weapon, but still. We're getting a lot of money all of a sudden. Heck yeah. Oh, we can get the check that was in the room below here, too, now. Ow. Money. Oh, we got a rune sword. So rune sword is kind of a fun sword. It throws a sword that literally just kind of flies around for a little bit and attack enemies with it. The problem is it's kind of a slow attacking weapon as a result. You can't throw it again until it comes back to you. I probably should go to the upper right. You know what? Actually, we are close enough to the room where we need it. I'll check the candles in here. If we can get an easy stopwatch here, I don't want to pass that up. So far, so no. No, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I hate the empty checks in this game. There is literally no reason for that. The developers say it's... So at least the original dev for this game. Eloquent Sword? Not bad, but again, this is just a better weapon and all. The original developer for this game, their justification for having some checks be completely empty is that it helps make it not so obvious that there's... that, like, it's something about, like, being able to lower the chances of being able to kind of just guess or plan ahead of time for where an important check is going to be. And I wonder if, you know, one thing I just thought now is I wonder if maybe they're considering the fact that people are using trackers to find out where an item may be. But no, that still wouldn't make sense, because, I don't know, even in trying to, like, phrase what their reasoning for it is, I still can't properly describe it because I don't understand it. Because you don't know if a check is going to be useful or not until you do the check. So there's no reason to make a check bad ahead of time. Because it doesn't change anything. It just feels bad to not have anything. There was a weapon down here. I don't know if we really need the weapon at this point, unless it could be the Crusagram, I guess. I mean, yeah, let's see if we can find a Cassagram. We do also still need to try to find the stopwatch as well. The more candles we attack, the better. There's a lot of candles. Not just like artificial difficulty. I mean, okay, so I can at least understand the concept behind like artificial difficulty for stuff like, you know, like increasing stats on bosses, stuff like that, to make it a little tougher for games. I understand at least the concept of that. The execution is like usually just done terribly though, but yeah, just for the empty checks thing, that's the thing. Like I said, I see no understanding for. Okay, that's just a cut list, not helpful. I think there's still candles over here, right? Okay, there's no candles. Technically, there are candles up ahead. I don't want to do that right now. I'll just assume that we don't actually need that particular check. Because it literally only blocks one particular check in the entire game. I'm going to assume for my sanity that is not the one that we need. Book. I probably should just go up the left path now, but I want to get these now too. Meal ticket. Oh, no, dang it. There we go. And doorway's gonna be closed now. Nope, we're fine. Guess I can go. Yeah, the path on the right side there is one that... Oh, actually, I can also show you the time thing as well. So if you look at our gameplay, so we're at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 46 seconds. So when we look at the clock down here, it's gonna be basically about 106/107 o'clock. Also, I don't want to stay down here too long, because if the minute changes, I lose access to here. But yeah, that's the clock that actually shows your in-game time and like in the world itself. Yeah, best case scenario, we find the stopwatch somewhere around here. Potion, iron ball. Nope, none of that's useful. Yeah, we can do the Old Rocks quarters later. We have literally all the time in the world to do anything here right now. Nothing there either. Thank you. Velvet hat. Oh no, that's holy water. Again, it's my favorite sub-weapon as far as actual damage goes, but it is not helpful in the randomizer. Oh, there's stopwatch, okay. So let's go ahead and turn off Cuba's doorway so you don't accidentally lose it. Yay, holy rod. Which is not as useful as you may think. Hi. Oh my god, please, game. There. Yeah, there was no item in here, unfortunately. But there's still the rest of the section check. Oh, lunch bee. That's a save point. Oh, just heavy sword, dang it. What, for the sword lady? I mean, there are weirder death sounds, to be fair. Okay, so these are the big, orange-looking skeleton guys. In a non-randomized game, once you have a clear file saved on the computer, or not the computer, in the game, they have a chance of dropping a Ring of Varda, which increases most of your stats by like 15, and I think your intelligence by like 30. You can literally do everything when you acquire that particular item. It's a very low chance of dropping, as you would expect from a weapon that or item that powerful. But yeah, it is freaking amazing. Oh, that was perfect time to spawn that. A second ago. That's not what I want to do. Oh, because they spawn... Okay, technically they spawn off screen, so they actually despawn. But I can still get a couple of them. I gotta stop doing this. Well, you should have chosen a different day then. That's on him. I am not to blame. Just to get this path open. Although I guess we actually could go do the gold ring check real quick if we have everything we need for it. Then we'll come back down and do the old Roxy quarters. Okay, so now get the spike breaker back on. Yeah, you need form of mist, spike breaker, and jewel of open to logically get into this section. Okay, Power of Wolf is not progression, but it's a hell of a nice ability to have. That way we can not only go faster when we dash as Wolf, we also do damage when we're as Wolf as well. But yeah, you need those 3 key items in order to get the gold ring, which is important to actually get to the second half of the game. So in the vanilla game, that check is not optional if you want true ending. Oh, that's not the Wolf. That would have been a bad time to try to show that anyway. Actually, we might be able to show it off here, technically. Once I go here, turn into Doggo, then run! Noom. Now, one of the downsides is that every time you hit an enemy or, like, any destructible thing and do damage... Oh, another Ring of Arcana, nice. But yeah, anytime you make contact with, like, a candle or an enemy, stuff like that, it does cost you some MP. So if you have like a lot of enemies or destructibles in the room, it basically makes your MP go down a lot quicker, which then can also get you out of Wolf form. Because anytime you're in any of the transformations, you slowly lose MP. I think based on the transformation itself. But yeah, as long as you have a decent amount of MP to start with, it's pretty much always worth it. And, ooh, okay, that was actually hard required. Okay, I'm glad we found that early then. We literally could have spent hours in this game trying to find other sources for the last check. We gotta wait 15 seconds, that's not too bad. Dang it. There we go. Progress. Oh, come on. Heck you. Heck you as well. I'm gonna give you the chance. Yeah, at this point I would love to give my holy water back. So I can do like even a bunch more damage, more than I already have been doing. Also, we're definitely getting the teleporter in case we do need to come back and do the Holy Glasses check later. Because there is no other easy way to get back here otherwise. Sure, we'll take that. I like magic. Actually, I think it does give max hearts as well as magic in this setting, which is kind of cool. Geocurus. Actually, that's just a save point. I don't really need that. I really don't even need to find the holy water either. Didn't mean to do that. Thankfully, we got plenty of hearts for it. That's the one problem with the adaptive trigger on the PS5 controller, is that literally the slightest input triggers it. There we go. This boss gave me so many problems when I first played him in vanilla. You know, my very first playthrough as a kid. It always amuses me how quickly I can beat him nowadays. I really actually don't even need these health pickups anymore. I could probably just skip them by now. Freaking nothing. Ah. You actually do need to have the thing activated. If I can get through here. Ow. Heck you. Right? Okay, I did take out Spikebreaker. There's nothing there. So yeah, we still haven't found holy glasses yet, which is kind of concerning. Okay, I think we do have to go to the succubus at this point. Can't think of any other places we haven't gone yet. What's the best way to do more checks right now? Oh, right, there's some stuff up there we can do. Now that we have proper flight. Who knows, maybe the holy glasses is literally right at Richter's front door. It would actually be kind of nice, not gonna lie. Yeah, speed. New. Come on. Yeah, in this area, it's kind of a good idea to take all these little flying guys out first, because otherwise they will swarm you, along with the regular guys that are up here. My ads manager apparently just broke. Now it's showing just like a blank page right now. I am marginally concerned. Okay, didn't mean to go in there. That was kind of slick. There we go. Nothing, and... health. Let me see if I can get my Ads Manager back real quick. Refresh. Okay, there it goes. I wonder what happened to cause that break. Oh, heck you. There we go. Armor, Fury Plate, Magic Missile. Oh, Duplicator. Heck yeah. We do have everything we need for all the fun shenanigans, too. You know what? Sure. Actually, do the throwable weapons actually do proper damage in this rando? I know I have a few of them. Where are they? Crush Shuriken. Oh, that's good damage. 141. Okay, definitely that. Then, I know I had a Mana Prism. I think I had a Mana Prism. Or did I just see the icon for it and I assume that that was the actual item? Oh, do I not actually have a Mana Prism? That would actually suck. Okay, no, we do. Oh, we just found it too. Nice. Okay, so then instead of Moonstone... Okay, I like how we actually gain a defense with the Duplicator compared to the Ring of Ares. So just make sure I have my settings correct. Duplicator, okay, good. So now I should probably regen my MP real quick. Oh, right, I don't need to because I literally can just do this. There's an item over here. Just health. I think that's what that item is in vanilla, too. Just a health up. Oh, come on. Okay, nothing important. Okay, nothing important. So that should be everything up here then, right? Okay, there's a check over there. Then, yeah, basically the succubus, and... oh, right, there's a check over there, too. I forgot about that. Okay, not a lot of options left, honestly. Well, let's actually update the save. We haven't done that in a while. Yeah, right now we're looking for either Silver Ring or Holy Glasses to get progression. Nothing else actually helps us at the moment. Actually, I guess technically we could also get Solar Bat to do the Jewel Sword check. That's kind of an annoying chain of events. We have to go to literally the complete opposite end of the map to get to the Jewel Sword check. Okay, I was trying to do another air jump there, but it didn't let me. Come on. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's our progression. There's actually a teleporter nearby. We can use that. Get back a little bit faster. Maybe it's not quite as fast as I thought it would be, but it's still gonna be like marginally faster, maybe. Why is Ads Manager still broken? Okay, now it's not showing a time to my next ad anymore. Why is everything breaking? Oh yeah, because it switched, that's why. Oh, come on. I think we just saved. But I should be good to do my shenanigans. Make sure thing's actually on. Oh, we get... How do we get more attack out of that? Also, yeah, I just realized, because stats are randomized, this doesn't necessarily... Okay, it does actually give us most of its vanilla stuff. Wait, that gives us more attack? Oh, this is the Ring of Varda. Okay, yeah, we're definitely swapping to that then. I was wondering why my stats were so much better than they should have been. Okay, triple check, make sure, yeah, holy glasses. Okay, we're good. Easy game. Also, yeah, if you attack Richter and defeat him, then you get the bad ending. That's why you want to make sure you attack only Shaft. You can only see with the holy glasses. And he takes 10 hits, period, no matter what type of attacks they are. So usually the way that fight is done, you just do the throw spirit spell, which basically hits it twice. And then you use Soul Steal, which does 8 ticks of damage per cast. It gives you the exact 10 that you need. And because Richter's doing his item crash at the very start of the fight, he's basically immune. Yeah, that's how the fight goes when you do it right. Yeah, like I said, all you need is just a certain number of hits on Shaft to make it the rest of the fight. Honestly, kind of most fights in this game are kind of that way when you know what you're doing. Fairy card. Is the Silver Crown any good? Oh, you get more intelligence. Wait, is Holy Glasses kind of a, like, Dragon Helm effect? I think Dragon Helm does give you, like, 5 attack, but... I would lose 4 attack power, we gain more... I don't think we really need intelligence at this point. Let me say we're going to load out. Bye-bye, York's head. Ooh, magic up. Not that we really need to worry about magic at this point. Also, that's a third cross shuriken. Gogglies, Opal. I would love to get Soul Bad right now, so we can actually move like fast in every orientation. We do not have a fast horizontal left unless we're on the ground. Yeah, I don't need a dagger. Actually, I do want to get down here so I can check a couple items. Keep forgetting that little quote-unquote legend right there. We'll save in there. So in adventure mode, it's actually slightly more efficient to do checks in this direction rather than go right, like in the regular speedrun or regular randomizer. That was a boss. Dang it. All the consumables. Hey, level up, nice. I think this is still... Oh, this is actually a check, okay. Oh, hello. Also, before I go too much further, I actually should get the teleporter back on this side. Actually, we're just one item from go mode. Theoretically, we might not have to go back to First Castle. If things go well. Ah, dang it. Do the thing. Thank you. Also get the item check while we're here. This power is higher. Got that unlocked. Actually, no, heck it. Let's just go this way. We'll do the quote-unquote normal speedrun / randomizer route. For the lulz. Can you dash, please? Thank you. Ooh, Muramasa. I think that's still a lesser version than the Massive. I think the Muramasa is one where, like, the more enemies you kill, the stronger it gets. Yeah, so the more enemies you make bleed and you absorb, I think the weapon gets stronger. Okay, here. Both aquamarines? Nice. Oh, dang it. That was a boss. There you go, Scar. Wait, that thing doesn't have a hitbox? Or is it just so low that it doesn't trigger? I don't think I've ever noticed that before. But yeah, those Panthers are actually really good XP when you first get to this section. Oh, there's regular demon. Let's go. Yeah, whoever decided to put the regular demon card as a separate option than the nose devil, I love you. Just straight up. Okay, you actually start doing damage with this form a lot quicker than I thought you did. Oh, I missed. I missed. Is there an item in here? There is an item in here, okay. So, back to Breaker of the Spikes. And this one does not have the Jewel of Open Door in it, so you can just run all the way through. I did that too early. Dang it. Just trying to be cool. That was not what I meant to do. Don't mind me. Nothing to see here. Oh, bye-bye axe. Alright, this isn't actually a check. I don't think that's a check in Reverse Castle. There's a few checks in Reverse Castle that are, or ones that are in First Castle that are not in Reverse Castle. They always kind of mix me up. Healing mail, okay. Dang it. Another aquamarine. Where am I cross shuriken? Right here. Swap this with... Swap that with that for now. Alright, here we go. That was a boss. This is actually not the end. I don't know why I'm waiting for this. I really do not need the health anymore. Yeah, that sounds about right. Actually, no, that drop was the actual item. For some reason, this is one of the few bosses where the item actually drops from his room, rather than from like the room that's after him. I don't know why it's set up that way. Must be one of those seemed like a good idea at the time kind of things. I didn't mean to do that there, but sure. Yeah, right there. Okay, Gas Cloud. Gas Cloud is kind of one of my low-key favorite relics in this game, because you can literally just fly around as Mist and just do constant damage just by existing. It doesn't work against everything, like it doesn't work against Beelzebub at all, which is kind of one of the bosses that would be perfect for, but... yeah, you can just go along here and just utterly destroy things that come in your path. I wish there was a faster way to move his Mist, but... yeah, watching him just jump into you and explode immediately is one of the funnest things for me. Or Magique. Just holy, not helpful. Right. In any randomizer you do, get this fast travel. I almost lost a race, a random race, to somebody because I forgot to get this teleporter. I went from being like a minute 40 seconds ahead to winning by arcade. Also, why is the alert not showing? Hello?
What is a raid? An adorable little pile of cuties. But enough talk. Welcome on in.
Welcome on in, Arcade and Raiders. No, do not shout myself out. Shout out Arcade. Shout out the cool heckin' bean. Welcome in, Arcade and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? For those who don't know who I am, my name is Aaron Jevlith. I'm a silly little cat doing silly little things on the silly little internet. Tonight we're doing a... yeah, tonight is usually our Wheel of Mystery Randomizer night, where we just play a random randomizer, which we literally just spin a wheel to find out what game we play tonight. We finally got Symphony of the Night. And so the way my wheel is set up is that the longer we go without playing a certain game, the bigger slice on the wheel it gets. This game had a 40% chance of being played tonight, out of 12 options, which tells you how long it's been since back when we don't play this. But yeah, what were we up to tonight? You were playing some... wait, Abandonware playing Abandonware? Wait, hold on, what is that game title? Oh wait, no, oh, that's your description. I am in a place tonight. Oh yeah, that. I still love the spin and hydrate effect. I just literally become a tornado. And thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, I should also be welcoming in the good beans as well. Welcome in, Arcade. Welcome on in, Snowboy. How you doing tonight? You came, you saw, you rage, you waka 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 what? Did you actually beat the game at this point then, or you just still like more to do? Yeah, welcome in, everybody. And if anybody needs to do any like post-stream self-care, like need to go like get some food, get some drinks, get some rest, or anything like that, by all means, feel free to do whatever you need to do. And thanks much for stopping by and hanging out and raiding and then doing all the cutie things. Yeah, hopefully Pac-Man went like super well for you tonight, or yeah, tonight. I doubted I needed to say the word tonight for some reason. Also, this guy will wreck you even if you have good armor, so you want to be careful around him. And right now, we do not have the best armor, so we would take a lot of damage. So save down there, we don't need that. Pancake. Oh, a morning set, quote unquote. Yeah, we may or may not have a couple kind of broken items equipped right now, so this game is like being super easy. Wow, 2 magics and a health up there. That's kind of insane. But yeah, let's be honest, like being like super powerful through games like this is usually more fun than just kind of being like normal for the game. So yeah, we're definitely enjoying ourselves. Actually, you know what? I think I had something that gave me more intelligence. Yeah, Silver Crown. Okay, now I can just take you out. It's a me, Caltrix. Honestly, that line does kind of flow pretty well with that kind of name and voice. Not gonna lie. Also, get the item here before I forget. Yeah, 'cause right now we are just a single item away from go mode. Okay, they don't get hitbox until they activate. That's interesting. They're also worth a decent amount of XP too, which, oh god. Yeah, like I said, they do a lot of damage. You want to avoid them like the plague. No, not Caltrix. How would you pronounce that? Caltirxi? Wait, Wait, I just realized the Chal part. Chaltirxi? Gesundheit. Your name is now Gesundheit. Oh, it's already broken open. What am I doing? I'm being distracted by, like, spelling and pronunciation. It's actually going to be, I think, easier to go this way at this point. You're thinking Chalturks? I love that, and I hate that at the same time. It's at, like, that right middle ground. Or Chaltirks? Do Chalturks. That's the most cringe one, I think. Oh, we got a stopwatch back. Nice. We can still access that space in the reverse castle form of this, but it doesn't actually contain an H-check, so it's not really like important or anything. That was okay. Another mana prism. Oh god. I think there should still be an item over on this side as well. Yeah, trying to attack you with the Buffalo Star or Crusher is not advisable. Because those things next are completely invulnerable and they kind of like act like a shield for whatever reason. Yeah, we don't need any of that. I should probably update my save down here to be safe. Also, why is my ads manager still not showing correct time? One more refresh. Yeah, it's not showing the time to the next ad, which is odd. I guess the next one's probably going to play without me even realizing it. Which actually, you know what? Kind of given that, just to make sure we don't have to worry about that, I'm going to take my bio break a little bit on the early side. I'm going to run a few minutes of ads because I got to get up and kind of do things like outside of the computer anyway. So yeah, we'll be running a few minutes of ads because again, nothing is going to be going on here. And yeah, feel free to do whatever you need to do for the next few minutes. And in the meantime, let me actually get into place with this music. So, we shall now a burb. It is okay, Gecko. I believe you will do it next time. But yeah, we are back. Did not miss any messages. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back to the shenaniganery. Yeah, so let's search for one last go mode item. There'll be nothing down to the left I need to worry about. Come on. Nothing there. Now this section is also kind of scary because a lot of things can hurt a lot, and the demons in particular are the worst because they can latch onto you and give you basically make you lose control of everything you're doing, and they can chain. Oh, okay. I found a new use for the stopwatch. Let's second go. I can let you, Nick. Are we gonna find any? Oh, we don't even have our good armor on. Yeah, back to fire mill. Okay, I just despawned that guy. I didn't know I could do. Interesting. Dang it. There we go. Dark Gram. Ow. Ow. Thank you. Please. There we go. Magic up. What do you mean that hit me? Oh my god, please. Do the thing. I give about zero. That. Holy fuck, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Let me do the thing.
Adorable little pile of cuties. But enough talk. Welcome on in.
Welcome on in, Zero and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? For those who don't know who I am, my name is Aaron Jevlith. I'm a silly little cat doing silly little things on the silly little internet. Tonight we're doing a randomizer of Super Metroid. No. Why did I say... I have had a day today. We are playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yes, thank you. Maybe the water will increase my IQ by like 3 points. Alright, 3 hydrates. Hopefully that brings up my intelligence a bit more. But yeah, so tonight we're playing a randomizer of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and we're doing a version of it where literally, like both all relics and equipment checks are considered possible checks in the randomizer. So we have to check basically everywhere in both castles to do this. What are we up to tonight? You're doing Magic the Gathering. Heck yeah. I've not played a proper Magic the Gathering in like, I want to say like a decade and a half at this point. I remember trying to pick up, I picked up like an entire box of Magic cards from like a random game store after I moved back up to Minnesota a while back. And yeah, I got like 1,000 cards from that box. 2 of them were uncommons. Everything else was either lands or commons. So yeah, love you some Stone Paul, your favorite game? Heck freaking yeah, let's go. Yeah, this is actually the very first game I ever speedran too, and actually I speedran this game as like a serious thing. Like for a while, I was actually like number 10 on the leaderboard for this game. That time is obvious, or that rank is obviously kind of gone down as time goes on. I have no good way to fight this guy right now. But I guess this is kind of a decent way. Just have to be careful not to get hit by the flies. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, I know there's a couple pieces of tech that are kind of annoying to try to learn. Like, I remember there's like a floor clip you have to do in the library in, like, the middle of the run. There's supposed to be, like, a setup for it you can do by, like, kind of giving yourself a pause buffer with the map. I was never able to make the pause buffer work, but I could make it work just on, like, pure random chance, which I always found kind of amusing. And it doesn't save a lot of time. It's like a 10-second time save, I think. But yeah, the speedrun is definitely kind of an amusing thing to at least kind of check out and see what it's like. But yeah, we do all sorts of randomizers here. We do Castlevania Symphony of the Night, we do Super Metroid, we do Link to the Past, we do the Super Metroid / Link to the Past combo randomizer, we do Mega Man X, we do Timespinner, we do Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It's not technically randomizer, but we also do Lufia 2. We have an Ancient Cave Run playthrough that we're doing right now. And we're trying to see basically how many of the relics we can find, and, well, not relics, I guess, but how many of the Iris treasures we can find. And yeah, I basically plan on considering that run done once I get like the 9 actual treasures, because I am not expecting to get the actual the slime treasure anytime soon, because that is a pain in the ass to try to get. That's a weird place to find a Nomad statue. Come on. Okay, I love how I still got the Soul Seal, but I couldn't get the guy that actually latched onto me. This game is funny like that. Oh, you got a helpful damage boost. I forget what section of this area actually checks. Okay, so nothing below is a check, just above. Also, I love how that enemy kind of glitches the game out in certain positions. Yeah, we may or may not have a lot of the kind of broken items currently. Because we currently have the duplicator on our side. And one of our relics is basically a ring of... Oh, not relics. One of our accessories is basically a ring of Varda. So yeah, we're a little OP right now. Which honestly is how this game should be played as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, your OBS Steam Deck decided not to work? Oh heck, that's annoying. So are you the type that actually does like to update OBS whenever it says, hey, there's a new update? Or do you usually like wait to see like if you actually need to update before doing that? I'm definitely the type who likes to like delay my updates unless I absolutely need to. Oh, welcome on in, Solace. How you doing tonight? I don't think I need to get anything in there. Big money. $1,000 emails. Let's check we go. I think we've naturally found like one library card the entire run. It was like at the very beginning. Yeah, you tend to keep things updated, but even you're not stupid enough to update right before going live. Yeah, I'm totally smart enough to not have ever done that myself. Totally. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, OBS is both the worst and best things. Like simultaneously most of the time. It's always funny how that dichotomy works. I'm amazed I got a jump timing down, like, just right. This should work. It didn't work the way I wanted it to, but it worked. That's FOSS for you? I don't recognize that acronym. FOSS. I don't... Free open source software. Gotcha, okay. I mean, I feel like, given that, it's still a pretty good thing for what it does what it needs to do, so... I'll definitely take that over... Because I know, like, the only other streaming program I've ever tried to use was XSplit, and there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, God. I should go back and save. I do not see this ending well. Yeah, I should probably eat twice, just to be safe. I mean, sure, we've had dinner, but what about second dinner? But yeah, I remember trying to go with XSplit for a while, and it does have a couple things that make it kind of nicer, but it's definitely not worth the, like, I guess now it's $15 a month you have to pay in order to be able to use it. I remember back when it was only $5 a month. It was actually affordable, but nowadays, just no. I would not pay $15 a month for that program. You haven't ate much today? Go eat. Go get yourself a burger and a hot dog. Oh my God, the lag. And nothing of value. Yes, burger. Consume burger. Oh, kind of made that work. Now, if it turns out that the last Rod Relic is by creature, I'm going to be very upset. I could have just kind of kept going left instead of turning around and going right. We entered here. What was that item? Oh, diamond, okay. Just a gem. Get up there. Shoot. This game has the control scheme of all time. Yeah, there shouldn't be any checks. Yeah, nothing up in the water there. Look at me go. Oh, never mind. Look at me going. That's only the third shield I found in the entire game. I've not found any of the quote-unquote good shields, like, at all. I think there's still items up here, right? Yeah, fire boomerang. There's nothing on the waterfall side. Okay, I guess just the one there. Okay, you have to enter from the left side to make that open for some reason. Thank you for the 3-stream streak. The 3-stream streak. That is still a friggin' tongue twister. Thank you for the streak, Salas. Yes, cat go all meow. Cat meow is good meow. Ow. No, not ow. Meow. Go meow. Kind of reminds me of a furry comic I saw a while back. It's like a cat furry going up to the doctor trying to find out what's going on. And the doctor's like, okay, so what seems to be the problem? And the cat just goes, meow. And then the doctor's like, I know you, Al, but where? It is such an amazing question. Yeah, I know you, Al, but where? That's the part that gets me every time. I know you, Al. Especially like the expression on the character's face as well. It's perfect. Also, here we go.
This switch hasn't been pressed yet.
Excellent performance. I would have requested an encore, but I am not worthy. You got a lot of like magic ups in this rando. The only and best reason. In fact, that's one thing. So one thing with the randomizer that used to be the case for like the longest while is that, yeah, they have the Nose Demon Familiar as additional option in here. For like years after this after this rando was first made, if you found the Nose Devil card before the regular Demon card, you would only ever be able to use the Nose Demon. It wouldn't give you the chance to go back to the regular Demon card. At some point within like the past year or so, they apparently added an option to let the regular Demon Familiar be a separate option, which I love so much, because every time I play this game, I want to hear the Demon's voice lines at least once. It's like half a while of this game. Oh, there's a silver ring finally. Oh god, I hope that's not where our last Vlad relic is. I have no plans to go back there anytime soon. Which goes means that's probably where the last Vlad relic is going to be. Ooh. Actually, yeah, we don't have the Masamune yet. We have the Muramasa from before. Should still be an item in here for us to get. No, I would love to have Solo Bad too right now. I've been wanting that for so long, so I would make the horizontal movement like a billion times better. That's not what I want to do. There we go. I can say when I get to, crap, what's his name? I am so bad at remembering names these days. Even for like characters I've seen like constantly in like forever and ever. Galamoth, that's what the name is. I could turn into a dog and just like dash for all these guys, but I would lose all my MP immediately. I'm just not into that right now. Sniped. Wait, did that despawn the shuriken? Why does that despawn the shuriken? I have never seen that before. Okay, does that do that to all throwables? I did not... Okay, I am learning new things about this game. I did not... Okay, apparently transforming canceled out any thrown weapon you have on the screen. That is kind of insane. Okay, where did I put my cross shuriken? There it is. I am beyond perplexed. How have I not noticed that in the almost 30 years I've been playing this game? That is actually kind of impressive. Also, that's a great way to snap the camera back in position. You know what? I'll go. What do you mean you don't? Okay, fine. Oh, that was a bad time. It's a pasta meal? Those are still meals. Any particular kind of pasta or just generic pasta? Also, safety save just in case. Basically, the herald of self-care. I believe that. And you're doing the world a tremendous favor in doing so. You are truly the healer of real life. So this is the PlayStation version of the game done as a randomizer where all the relics are intermixed with not only the other relic locations, but also within all the equipment checks as well. And well, welcome in Ruler Vinches. That's an interesting name. How you doing tonight? You think you're stressed too and cheesy mac and cheese bacon meal? I like all but one word in that statement. But hey, you do you. That was the toughest boss in the game. Oh crap, what are you with my monoprism now? I think I picked up another one later on, so it's probably down here somewhere. There it is. Now I can go back... Where was it? Here. A little confused why I didn't have damage numbers. Yeah, I haven't picked up that particular relic yet. I've also not had solo bat this entire run, and I've been sad the entire time because of it. Your friend Nud, you are trying to get that emote? Oh, that's a kind of cool emote. Cat-o'-lantern. How do you get that emote? See, I am so oblivious when Twitch does like limited time emotes. I don't know how to get any of them. Echo a bat, yay. Yeah, I kind of figured it was no longer obtainable, but like, what do you need to do to get that? Is it possible to get soft locked? I believe so. Technically, I don't know if it's possible to 100% guarantee there's no soft locks, but this randomizer has been out and developed for long enough and by enough people where I think there's like a 99.99999% chance you cannot be soft locked. Because pretty much all randomizers at least have like some level of proper like development put into them, have what's called a logic that makes sure that an item is not going to be placed where you can't have access to it. Like for example, if you... What's the best way to say that? So the game knows that it cannot put the... We've got a lot of ring mark on us. The game knows it is not allowed to put the holy glasses, for example, into the reverse castle, because you would need the holy glasses to get to the reverse castle to begin with. So the game has code set up to make sure it doesn't do that. And the code is set up for like every single relic in the game and for every possible relic combination to make sure that you can't get put in a situation that's unbeatable. I do kind of wish there were more developers that would put randomizers into their own games. And there is one randomizer that I do play on a regular basis that does have a developer-made randomizer. And they did not understand the concept of logic. If you're familiar with the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is basically made by the same person who made Castlevania Symphony of the Night, yeah, they put a randomizer in the game. And in that game, you really only need 2 items, technically, in order to get full go mode. You need the Zangetsudo, and you need Dimension Shift as your movement ability. As long as you get those 2, you're good to go for the rest of the game. You can go anywhere you want. Unfortunately, the base randomizer for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night can allow the Zangetsudo to be put in the Den of Behemoths, or in the, I think they call it Frozen Caverns, which, in order to get there, you need the Zangetsudo. So the base randomizer will about, like, 40 to 60% of the time give you an unbeatable seed. And the devs did try to make a fix for that. They uploaded a patch, I think a few months after that, and they explicitly said they were not going to make any more patches or updates to the randomizer. They never fixed the soft lock issue. So yeah, in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, there is a dev-made randomizer, but it is not properly developed as far as I'm concerned. And it makes me so sad, because it's a very fun game to play. You're gonna head out? Have a good night, Cultrix. I think I stopped by and hanging out. I forget if this is a check up here or not. Okay, that is a check. Is that still a relic in the base game? I don't remember what's there in vanilla. Is this gonna be useful? No, that is not useful. Yeah, don't see any dev-made randomizers, but it has a lot of replayability. There are actually some games where it kind of includes randomizers as part of like the core game concept. Like I forget which game it was, but we played a game demo for like a kind of like NES like Dragon Quest style kind of dungeon crawler that does specifically have as a game mechanic like you can select the different randomized worlds for like different regions, stuff like that. But I don't know, I love it. There's something about just like a randomizer built into the base game that just doesn't really sit well with me for whatever reason. I kind of like when there's like a set game with set progression and stuff like that, and then randomizers made if it's as like a secondary to that. That's in my opinion where the randomizers are kind of at their best. Because otherwise, it's basically just a roguelike by a different name. Just roguelikes and randomizer type games. I love how I make that comment right as you send that message as well. Yeah, I see where people are going with that particular train of thought, but they're very different feels of game in my opinion. Like a randomizer is just, for me a randomizer is where you know what the game is originally intending you to do, and you're finding a way to do things in like a different order than the game normally plans for, and you kind of get to do some like shenanigans, stuff like that. Roguelikes, because that's expected, you don't really get to do anything like that feels super cool as a result of the randomizer. That's kind of the way I feel about it personally. Glad to see you too, Salas. Alright. Right, I figured you actually... Okay, so I actually do need a proper sword to deal with you then. Let's go ahead and... I think we found a Masamune, right? Sure, we'll do that. Oh no, my poison's already gone. I'm good. Dang it. Okay, I was trying to do the thing. So I wound up actually finding the duplicator. I found it in... So basically, right when you get to the reverse castle, you go left and then down a little bit to where the kind of like... I forget what it's actually called, but it's like that little side tower section just before you fight Richter in the reverse castle. I think that's where I found the duplicator. And funny enough, the duplicator was actually on sale in the shop because the shop items and prices are also randomized. The duplicator is also available in the shop for like, I think $1,200, something like that. Yeah, I like all the shenanigans you can possibly do with this randomizer. Okay, so get my Mana Prism back, then Cross Shuriken. Oh, this is actually... Okay. Oh, God. Okay, I thought I had a safe spot there. I did not. Life is pain. Life is pain. Okay. Okay, new shield finally. Diamond shield. Dark Metamorphosis. It's actually been a long time since I've miscast that spell, I think. But for the lulz. Oh, I did that right when there's like no enemies left to kill for blood too. I kind of wish that you could get more healing from these spells as you level up. Because at this point, getting 8 hit points per tick doesn't do a lot when you have like 600. But yeah, they're still trying to figure out a lot of balance stuff for like Metroidvania and stuff like that. I mean, this is a game that you still had to like find the ability to see your damage, which I'm glad has become just a regular thing in this every game. You don't need relics for that. Does this work? We'll follow up with this. Come on. There we go. Game. There. Okay, if I don't find my last blood relic, I at least want to find Soul of that. I feel like I'm not asking for much here. There's a sword up there. I really don't need the sword. See, this is where a skill level would also be nice, so I can just like quickly get to my power ability. What attack were you using? Okay, at least that one's quick. I hate that there are nothing checks in here. I don't you love this game? It's not well balanced in a lot of ways. That is a 1,000,000,000% valid point. And in some ways, that's also kind of what makes the game amazing too. It lets you break the game in so many different ways. Like if you wanted to like dual wield Kusegums, you can do that. If you wanted to like duplicator shenanigans, you can do that. If you want to use like the Moon Rod to do like a whole bunch of damage with like a very low MP cost spell, you can do that. Yeah, I love the options that this game gives you in order to be able to cheese things. Anything? I don't see anything up there, so there's probably nothing there then. Yeah, I'm running out of the checks here. But yeah, especially when you try to do the Galamoth fight without doing any cheese, That fight literally, like, almost feels impossible half the time. I remember struggling so much back when I was a kid playing this, and I had no idea ways you could make the fight easier. Back before I learned the idea of, like, enemy AI manipulation. So do these count as checks? Oh, there are no checks here, never mind. We do not need this area. This place can go heck itself. Okay, so we already did the little side check on the other tower thing. We have a couple checks over here. Oh, no, one check over here, I think. I think it's just the back wall. Yeah, just the back wall with the check. Oh my god, there's go mode. Okay. Let's heck and go. Okay, we just went through an entire seed without ever having Soul of Bat. Which still makes me sad, but you know what? We still made it. That's the important bit. Oh, come on. Other way. Oh, heck you. And let's do some more cheese. The hardest regular enemy in the game. Rendered trivial by the duplicator. Heck yeah. And drop the best armor? I have no recollection of what they even dropped to begin with. Actually, what even is considered the best armor in the game? I've never really thought about that. Oh, they dropped the God's Garb? I was always wondering where that was found in the base game. Yeah, God's Garb is definitely top tier. No argument there. I also like how the wizard hat is, at least stat-wise, probably like the best gear in the game. If you don't factor in the fact that the Dragon Helm literally cuts enemies' defense in half. We don't need a save, but let's do it. Yeah, there's so many fun weapons in the game too. Like one of my favorite weapons, like if the Crusagram didn't exist in this game, I think my favorite weapon would be the Fist of Tulkas. I love the versatility it gives you with its special moves. You can do like the flurry of 1,000 punches, and you can do a Hadouken with it, and they all do good damage. All right, time to make the final boss's jokes. Shut up, Dad. Also, one of my favorite things about this game is that the final boss fight, when you fight Dracula, you're not actually fighting Dracula. You're just fighting Dracula's chair. Like, Dracula himself doesn't even feel bothered to do anything. He just sits there. And time. Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more. How is it that I've been so defeated? You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love. Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words? She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm.
for theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity. Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
Can you tell I played this game a lot? I still think like the intro between Richter and Dracula is like one of the most iconic moments in gaming, because you have both the complete opposite spectrums of bad acting. You have the completely emotionless, monotone, literally reading every line from the notepad as they're coming across them. Then you have like the overacting, like put too much into it of Dracula. It's the perfect dichotomy. You thought Alucard Shield plus Shield Raw was fast, but this was nuts. Yeah, Alucard Shield. So I think so in the glitchless speedrun route for this game, Alucard Shield and Shield Rod. Oh no, not Alucard Shield. Shield Rod and I want to say Steel Shield are the main like damage dealing abilities, because it does so many ticks of damage with such a high or such a large hitbox that it just like melts a bunch of bosses that way. I think Alucard Shield itself is like too far out of the way to make like viable for a speed run. But yeah, and I can hold claim to one thing as well. I remember when I was young, I had a file where I think like Alucard was like level 70, something like that. I had 2 Chrysagrams. I had like I think I used both a strength potion and an attack potion at the start of the actual Dracula chair fight. I managed to defeat Dracula before he even got to attack. Like his chair flew down, hovered for a little bit, and then just before it swiped, it died. I have not been able to replicate that since then. I want to replicate that because that is one of my favorite memories.
I understand.
Just straight up.
Alucard, what will you do now?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a reset soon because I don't know if the end theme still causes like copyright shenanigans or not, but I don't want to take that risk.
Forever.
I see.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna do a reset now so we can get at least some music on the way out.
We'll not meet again.
Reset. The biggest crime is the new voice lines they did for the Rec Room release. When did the Rec Room release come out? I remember hearing about that, but I don't remember like when that happened. I actually forgot they even had new voice lines for that one. Yeah, literally any new recordings on this one is just destroys the original game as far as I'm concerned. But the voice acting is too iconic from the original game. Okay, we'll do this just to make sure we get some audio while I start looking for a target to raid out to. It's not as late as I normally go, but yeah, we're not gonna really do too much kind of done at this point anyway, so let's see who we can raid. Oh. I feel like I've raided you recently. Oh, Ruler Vinches, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And welcome on into the Ketchup Cafe, where all of our snacks and beverages are served with a complimentary cup of ketchup. Hope you're doing fantastic tonight. Okay, I got a few people I want to consider raiding. When is the last time I've raided particular people, is my question. I think I have to go to mod view for that. So, rated... Okay, it's been a little more while since I've rated you between the two people I'm thinking of. Yeah, because I think they're doing... It's not the... Okay, they're doing a version of Final Fantasy. I'm not sure which version they're doing. It's not the Pixel Remaster. Maybe it's like the GBA version, because the graphics are far too good to be like regular. But yeah, let's go ahead and give Kyra a good rate, because they're doing, I'm assuming like probably like GBA version of Final Fantasy, which honestly kind of looks like a good time to kind of just chill with a good heckin' bean. But yeah, with that, I'll say thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out and enjoying the shenanigans with the fact that we finally got this game spun after like literal months of not being able to have it played. So rest of the schedule, we're doing more Talos Principle tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. Central. Yeah, I think on Thursday we'll do, I don't know if I'm going to actually time it yet, but we're going to do our first no body run of Heritage of Dragon's Tail for speedrunning. That's going to be a heckin' good time to start. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I want to necessarily time it yet, but I might just do a practice run. I'll figure that out when it comes to Thursday. But Friday, there's actually going to be no stream, because there's actually a little thing I'm going to be going to in a VRC chat for a little celebration that somebody's going to be doing. So I'm going to be taking Friday off on stream for that reason. So yeah, 2 more streams for this week for some more shenanigans, and then raid message. Actually, no, we'll just do this. I think if anybody even slightly knows this game, they should know this as a quote. Okay, why did that not copy? Copy hit, dang you. Okay, there we go. Now it's properly copied. So yeah, let's go say hi to Kyra as he does his cutie little otter things. And with that, I'll see you all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. And until then, I shall bid you all a good night and your cat meme.